Hey everybody, Paul here. I want to talk about air conditioning. Was talking with a friend of mine earlier today who's a park ranger, works outside all the time, and lives on the third floor of an apartment building. He was saying it can get pretty hot up there on these hot, humid days. I suggested to him, hey, you should get a window unit, AC unit. And he said he doesn't like air conditioning, didn't grow up with them, doesn't like them, so he just kind of deals with those hottest days. Well, I didn't grow up with AC either, yet as I've gotten older, I find that these hot, humid summer days, where I live in northern New England, probably about 2 weeks a year, it can get pretty oppressive. And that's all the time that I run an air conditioner, probably about 10 days a year. Now, the chemicals that are used in these new AC units are not the R22 ozone depleting chemical, which was used in years past. And there's actually an international treaty to ban the usage of R22 as a coolant. However, that is becoming a problem in third world countries where the regulation is sketchy, including developing countries like China, India, and Russia. All three of those countries are using more air conditioning, especially in China and India, as the rising middle class is able to afford the luxuries like AC. So hopefully those countries will stay in step with using only environmentally friendly coolants. However, AC is still going to be a burden on the electric grid. Now, kind of part two of this video is I'm going to lead into that nuclear energy is our energy solution. And if you're on board with my channel and you're a subscriber, you're checking out my channel for the first time, I've stood by that position before. I'm an advocate for nuclear energy. In a few of the countries I mentioned, China, India, as well as Russia, is actually ramping up their nuclear program. Now, China literally can't breathe because of their unregulated coal industry. However, even with regulations and coal plants and scrubbers, coal is still the #1 pollutant, people, in the world. It's a horrible pollutant to the environment and to the air quality. China is recently investing over $20 billion on nuclear energy infrastructure. And I suggest we do the same, because the best and brightest minds at the Oak Ridge National Laboratory in Tennessee, those nuclear energy plans are being implemented, people, in countries like China, in countries like India, and even Russia, and also Middle Eastern countries. However, in this country, there's still a lot of fear-mongering that's going on because people are just not informed about the new technologies like molten salt, for example. And Japan is actually reviving their nuclear program, especially after Fukushima. The inspectors are going through all the plants, and Japan still sees the advantage of running nuclear. Realize that nuclear is the energy solution on a large-scale energy production. People, windmills are not. Okay, solar is not. Nuclear can provide that energy solution over a huge population area, urban area. Even India is recently in negotiations with Japan to purchase basically nuclear waste from Japan, because India is implementing the technology to recycle that waste and reuse that enriched uranium or plutonium waste to generate electricity. Some of you may have central air in your living conditions. Others of you are using window units like myself. Some of you may not use AC at all. And if you're in that crowd, please post comments of how you're beating the heat without AC. Would really like to hear some tips and tricks. And also, please chime in where you stand on the energy solution, on the global energy solution. Are you an advocate of nuclear? Do you think we should keep investing in coal mining or oil and the pipeline coming out of North Dakota? Do you think we should put up windmills all over the landscape, which create their own problems? And if you're an environmentalist, you should be aware that windmills decimate migrating bird populations. Hey, thanks a lot for watching, people. Please give this video a thumb up. And if you're just checking out my channel for the first time, hit that subscribe button. It would be great to have you on board to my channel. Stay cool, people. Join in the conversation. And see you next time.